bro. And I think we should set the expectation coming
you
into
get,
map
Wacky?
number 1. I don't think me or you are expecting him to start off going at 8 streak, get streaks. That's not the expectation. That's not why we've highlighted him for this kind of experiment, if you will.
I mean, the dream, honestly,
If he did,
for him to open up like 3-3, but then you really see like the value of like you see him start out 3-3, dies a couple times, but after he dies, his teammates get into better positions. But of course, again, who knows how this is going to work out?
This could go
Might be
horribly wrong. It could go horribly wrong. We may never do it again, but we figured, hey, let's give it a little bit of a test. Of course, excited to see how well TJ is going to do and give that role a little bit more love, something which maybe historically in Call of Duty we haven't done. And when it comes to players who do that role well, TJ
honestly, the players
player
probably don't care.
Comes to mind. And we'll be focusing on how many points, for example, OpTic Gaming is able to get after TJ maybe, slides in, goes for an opening, etc., etc.
And main ICR TJ, that's what we know and expect. He's actually using Scump as the bait, but the ICR is just to lock down the hallways off the rip. And yeah, this is the anti-thing. Now he's baiting his teammates, but it's 2 get to kills, 2 lock things down, so he picks up 2 off the rip, and now Rock is his. Now that side door, the players don't have to be concerned about until he
4
falls.
ICRs out?
Now their attention has to turn towards Rock.
But TJ again off spawn. It's worth mentioning the opening strategy there for OpTic Gaming. Control the corridor, something that we see so many teams do on Hacienda. But now the rotation comes through. 20 seconds left.
OpTic potato, boys. What are you guys doing?
And he's in such a good spot because Dashy went and locked down the hallway that eventually got given up, so he knows the rotation's here. So his team is the one that's over there, but he's wasting time. The stun eventually is going to take him down, but the read was correct. He knows they went for that rotation over Lambo, and now off spawn, TJ. Well, he's basically just forced to surge through Rock because Scump's the lone man trying to watch the flank, and well, he's got teammates that have the clearance on water. He's waiting for the flank to come in, and well, now his teammates just do the work for him, and they get everything.
And this is just a great start for OpTic Gaming in general. You look at the score, 54-1. Realistically, TJ hasn't had to do much because everybody else is kind of picking up the kills. And finally, TJ able to get back in towards the hill. That's a stick. That's going to be a double kill. Good job from TJ. And Scott can claim the hill time.
And now you just got more kills on the front side, but it's a foot race towards the hill. He's got Dashy in the water, so he needs to flood down the front. Dashy has everything covered, so now he needs to get the door. And this is the problem with watching one man. Paradox hates this because Dashy just getting the 4-piece by himself.
Dashy's pretty good at video games. And OpTic Gaming's pretty good at hardpoint, especially the first 2 hills in Hacienda.
I have no idea. Look up.
76-2. It's starting to spiral out of control. Dashy is close to streaks. TJ turns and burns Tommy. Can he find the second? Oh my lord! Some good shots onto Wiskin. Didn't find the kill. 3 players dropped. Dashy is still close to streaks.
That is 0-6 right now.
For now. See if he's able to pick up those streaks. Just 115 away. Very, very close. And of course, that lead for OpTic Gaming. Massive chance.
Yeah, now you actually have the pre-made pinch coming in because of the spawns for OpTic Gaming. A couple were by well, a couple in the back dash. He does get the streaks, and well, TJ makes sure he can't get the second. So
does TJ not fuck with Dashy?
Maybe not the best timing to try out the TJ cam, but either way, as far as the team goes, OpTic Gaming, they got streaks on board. They have a massive lead. Everything that could go right effectively has gone right for them. Of course, Reciprocity, well, they are on the hill, but OpTic Gaming
OpTic with the big pinching.
Well, it was just, God, that was worst case scenario. Yep. You have literally Dashy getting quads by himself.
I will say TJ has done well,
pinch.
though, in terms of the kills, 7-5, and you can see the effect he had off the opening break, right? That's the interesting thing that you get to see from maybe his perspective, something a little different. But the lead almost at 100 points, about 80 now. The rotation coming through over towards Rock.
I think my team got blown out one time in like at Vegas.
Invested as
I think we got absolutely rocked on one map, but like
slow this game down somehow because OpTic Gaming is running away with it. To be honest.
Of course, it's for Reciprocity. Like, how do you even bounce back? You have to slow down a ton of Slayers. You got Hipfire that's connecting like crazy. Made a heal, but now it's Dashy in the hill. He's going to fall. And Reciprocity maybe with a little bit of life. And as soon as you say it, well, Scump is able to find a couple with Crim 6 washing over top. And now, of course, OpTic Gaming, they've got essentially everything pushed out except for Rock. But who's inside the hill waiting? Well, it's TJ killing everything on the map except the enemy. Well, he's a team kill number 2.
Hey, you did kill one of the Reciprocity players at least. But you're right, the second team kill, not really going to have too much of an effect on the outcome, at least of that hill. Final 15 seconds.
Everyone on OpTic right now is piecing besides David. And
heading into
doing
Rock,
okay.
Taking the majority of time here. Crim working on streaks of his own, just
Crim and Dashy,
350
though,
away.
piecing.
ICR up top. I should expect. No one spotted. That's a free kill for Crim. And there's a double 150 more. Hey, look for the third. Why not? Has to dodge the nade, though. Trophy is available. Could maybe try and milk a couple of free points, but that's not going to happen. Now the teammates there to try and bait for Crim. They secure these streaks. In my mind here, Chance, they've secured the map.
And he's able to get just another lightning. He does get cut down in time, but again, it's not even just the streaks they're getting, it's the big kills. They just repeatedly going on sprees, because you talk about the fantastic game that Crim is having, the fantastic game that Dashy's having. Skunk's right behind him. You got an ICR and a Maddox and a Sog. Everyone is going off in each respective role, so it's just OpTic at full force in the hard point, and well, kind of highlighted Reciprocity. This is where they need to step up, and so far, you just
I'll be texting Crim after this game saying what center you want.
Just for a brief moment, he rotated early for Lambo, recognizing the importance of that. Still has a little bit of work to do. One player actually behind enemy lines. That is going to be Tommy from Reciprocity. Can he try and cause some problems? Well, 3 players go down. This may be Reciprocity's chance, but it's TJ, the man we started with, looking to try and clutch up. Nice shots for the first, can't find the second. But at least for now, OpTic Gaming will have the spawns. Dashy wins the gunfight. Tommy falls. Zed tries to push out, but now this is where all the extra utility could come through. That is the third time this game that someone has come close to trying. That time Scum does turn on Dylan. I don't know what's going on with Reciprocity, but this is 2-star. You cannot start this slow against OpTic Gaming.
It's just obliteration so far, and obviously OpTic is playing incredibly well, because even on this hill, we saw a couple players like Dashy that were in the back doing a really nice job of staying alive, because the teammates were coming in through rocks. So you just make sure you set up the pin.
That sums this
Dylan,
game up.
he destroyed the Lamborghini, and honestly, that's just, you pay a fine for it. You destroy a $200,000 vehicle, you pay the price of your life, and of course the points on board. OpTic up by more than 2 full hills. And of course, well, they're still sitting on a lightning to break the next one.
War Machine forced to be invested here from Zed. Really didn't have any other choices. But to your point, the lightning from Crim, this is more than likely where you'll see it if TJ doesn't kill the whole team himself. They're trying to pinch, and honestly, maybe he doesn't even need to have to use it now. The War Machine is still out. TJ will fall top corridor.
War Machine is out, boys.
To the hill. Good hold so far from Rec. Zed, just by the skin of his teeth, stays alive.
I just realized Dylan grappled him.
Feel sorry for
Tommy 8 and 21, Weston 8 and 15.
Alone, that time to a trophy system.
Not looking good for the Rec boys currently.
20 for streaks of his own. But again, at this point, you have to feel like this map is already over.
Feels like it's almost been over for a long time. You got Dash that's already picked up 2. You expect him to get the 3rd. There it is. The 4th, is it free? Effectively got shot more by his teammate than the enemy. Surging forward, 175 off streaks. Finally, Dylan shuts him down. But OpTic at least making this hill scrappy enough that they still maintain the massive lead that they have beyond 100 points. Rotation comes over towards Rock, and once again, OpTic, it helps with the spawns, but they got a pinch getting set up. TJ's in water. Scump's coming from the same angle, and you got Karma with the grab slam and everyone else from the other side.
And again, bear in mind, Crim still has his lightning strike, right? So the push comes to shove and they feel the pressure. They may just use it. TJ with the triple, though, relieves all the pressure. Scump can milk at least a little bit of hill time for free. Here is the streak coming through. Doesn't find much. Scump drops as well, but again, you still have Karma with the grab. He was close to a double. Luskin shuts him down. Now a flank from Water. From Dashy, TJ pulls out the War Machine. There's 2. Can he find 3? Effectively, could even be 4. Shuts down Tommy. And it seems fitting that we started with TJ. Could end with TJ getting streaks.
Might just have to, because Reciprocity all hitting from the same angle, which might be easy kills. You at least know where to look. 10 up, he just stays in for the time, which of course is contested. Doesn't come through, but again, the lead is still there. You got Scump picking up 2 pieces in the rotation anew. OpTic's there first. And you got Karma getting a little bit of Crim's gonna pop the vision. Should be easy kills to get for at least the first. There's the second. There's the last one. All 5 down off the vision. And OpTic Gaming trying to win it on the first.
He just turned.
He was nameless on the desk. Said it's exciting times really for OpTic Gaming. You know, they go from an unbelievably poor placement to showing massive signs of improvement.
Oh my goodness!
Well, Reciprocity, they're no sleeper. Obviously a very, very talented squad. You look at what they've been able to achieve this year, and OpTic Gaming.
Everyone on OpTic is fucking making a montage right now.
Their first week after a major. Obviously, they get the reverse sweep late last night. They're feeling confident. And boy, oh boy, are they playing confident. Reciprocity not even going to get close to the hill. OpTic Gaming take map 1, and that looks simple.
That was like a tailor-made OpTic Gaming like map, if you will, because like We wanted to highlight TJ off the rip. And granted, if you're trying to like learn how to play COD, it wasn't terrible because you see him like off the rip using ICR up in the hallways. You push out Rock, and when that falls, because he knows his teammates haven't picked up, you rotate over towards Lambo, and all this is happening. But of course, while we're watching him, then Dashy literally just goes and picks up a quad, essentially for the first 3 by himself. It's like, well, who do you want to watch? Like the guys that are doing things like that, or do you want to learn about COD? Like, I don't know, it's just insane. And then the game that Dashy had, well, Scump wasn't too far behind, Krim wasn't too far behind, TJ kicked it up towards the end, and that was a classic Karma game. It was like there's nothing for him to do. They just win by 150 points.
And Karma just rotates early, says, hey guys, I'm in the new hill. Everyone else dies. He's like, all right, I got hill time, I guess. Basically a classic OpTic gaming kind of hard point, one that we kind of expect. And I think that was today.
I was an ass whooping, boys. I hate to say it. I love Rec, dude. I love everybody on the team, but
it's very rare when this team hasn't excelled in respawns, and you get to see it right there in that hardpoint. I mean, we'll take a look at how the hardpoint closed out, but if I'm honest, there really isn't that much point because it was a bloodbath from the beginning, it was a bloodbath at the end, it was a bloodbath all throughout map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games where instead of looking at rotations, I just look at the stats, right? It's just a massive outslang for the side of OpTic Gaming. Every single player positive, some by quite a decent margin, and then again, Karma barely negative. On the flip side, you got Tommy at 11 and 25. He didn't finish much higher than that, and it's just the struggle in the kills column was obviously the story. It was right from the get-go as well. I think OpTic instantly kicked it off. They were up by like 100 to 10 or something like in that ballpark.
Yeah,
So it was just
it was bad.
from the opening break. Once you win the first hill 46 to nothing and you do okay on the rotation, you're feeling pretty good on Hacienda.
It's bad news for the other team. Real bad news, especially when streaks come into play. Of course, we saw Dashy pick up 1. We saw Krim with a lightning as well. Again, an absolute bloodbath in map number 1. And before the game kicked off, Jess caught up with OpTic Gaming's Crim6. Jess, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Ben. Well, Crim6 first talked to me a little bit about the win yesterday versus Gen.g, saying it shouldn't have been a reverse sweep. We just started off slow. We hadn't really practiced at all since London, but now in this series we are feeling a lot more warmed up and ready. And he said, of course, Reciprocity is a good team, but we're definitely expecting a win here. From Reciprocity, I did catch up with Wuskin. He says that their team is feeling no pressure at all. After getting 3-0'd by OpTic at London, he feels that all the eyes are on OpTic, so there's no pressure at all on Reciprocity. So we'll see if he is, how the rest of the series goes then. Ben and Chance, back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Jess. Maybe no pressure and all eyes on OpTic Gaming, but one thing's for sure, we are definitely looking at Reciprocity and their search and destroy. It's been a storyline that you heard the Desk mention, and I think you kind of broke it down very interestingly, because I kind of asked you, I was like, what have you noticed has been the key difference for Reciprocity search and destroy? Is there a key thing in the game? And